happy with today. The energy in the team, the goals that we score, the will and intent to go forward. It's just too bad we couldn't get the fans inside, and I think that's a game for the fans. That's definitely one that the Stretford end would have enjoyed.
It's a real test of our inner strength and our ability to rebound back from disappointments. There's been the run of results we've been on has been really poor, really tough spell for us. I saw signs today that our attacking side of our game is still there, because in the last few games it hasn't been. I think that's the big plus to take from today.
Bournemouth in real trouble, though. They've lost 5 in a row. Let's rattle through the goals. Lots to talk about because Manchester United are certainly on a roll, and it's exciting times at Old Trafford. They had to come from behind, though. The opening goal for Bournemouth, you're looking at Maguire, you're looking at De Gea, you're looking at both. What do you think?
I'm looking at Maguire more so, because that's brilliant. Maguire should never get done like that. And even though he's been done on the near post, unless he overcompensates, it's really difficult to get your bearings right as a keeper. Great little bit of skill, bam, have that one, Harry. Look, he just leaves his legs open far too wide. There you go. See, De Gea's thinking if I've got to cover low, if you're covering your near post, you either cover it high or you cover it low. He's covered it low. Leaves lots of space at the top. It's a great finish. I think it's a really good finish. What do you think, Tom? Finish.
I wasn't too critical on De Gea. I know he's coming for a bit of stick lately, but it must be hard in that situation when you're trying to cover the majority of your but yet the guy that's taking the shot on Stanislas is like half a foot away or a foot away and he's going to smash it. You don't know. If you go really tight to your near post, I would imagine, obviously we're not goalkeepers, but if you go and cover that near post, it would leave so much room
for
Stanislas to whip it towards the far post. And you've got the option of whipping it high, so it's going to come in and around your face. So I think it's one of them Schmeichel-like where you just try and cover as much as you can. But I think give Bournemouth a little bit of credit on that goal. Brilliant skill from Stanislas on the nutmeg. The fault lies with Harry Maguire. And then they got off to a great start. Talking about it here is fine. No problem at all. Harry Maguire is wrong and the keeper should have done better. If I'm a defender, I'm having to go at the goalkeeper. Of course you are. I'm having to go at the goalkeeper. No, don't get beaten in your near post. It's the first thing to say. If I'm a defender, I'm having to go at the goalkeeper. So that's 1-0. Let's have a look. Manchester United, though, back into it and getting the equaliser. No foul. A foul? No foul there. Rico's got to be stronger. Yeah. He's gone in for a 50-50, and then look at him sprinting back in. So you know there's nothing wrong with him. And I love the ball from Fernandes because he sucks Smith in because Smith thinks, the ball's going to be played from Fernandes. So if you keep an eye on the right-back mark, he thinks that Fernandes is going to play this at a sort of medium weight. So Smith gets sucked in and then he spins. It's his movement. It's movement. Again, training ground. Take it on the back foot. Do not take it with the front foot. Take it on your back. Opens the whole space. And then I actually think Ramsdale could have done a little bit better in goal. It's a bit like the De Gea effort a couple of weeks back. No foul, Chris? No, I mean, if you're forensically examining that to say it's a foul and then we got 4 passes across and a goal, VAR isn't going to go back that far anyway. And then you're examining whether it actually was a foul in the first place. It's not a clear foul. No, I agree. OK, 2-1 next. Manchester United coming from behind then to get in front. This one, I think, is fairly straightforward, isn't it, Chris? There. Yeah. When you look at it, it's Adam Smith who handles the ball, and Don was saying on Saturday about he thought it was a penalty. He's clearly looking at the ball and his arms out there, and for it to be a penalty, it's got to be deliberate. That's deliberate. That's a penalty. I don't think there can be any complaints with that. I'm not sure I'd go as far as to say it's deliberate. I just think it's just bad play, bad form. Just gets it completely wrong. Deliberate's not a term anymore, is it? Like you don't use the word deliberate handball. No, everybody gets confused now with when you score a goal. You've got to come back to where we were before. He's deliberately handled that handball. But if it hadn't been given, you'd be saying that should be a penalty. Absolutely, 100%. 100%. So even if you don't think he deliberately handled it, you still think it's a penalty? Yeah, it is, yes, it is, yeah, definitely. I mean, we've said it before. How many times do you actually deliberately handle the ball? No, you don't really, do you? That's a pen, because look, if that ball goes past him, look, Mattis is going to smash it with his left foot. The other thing as well with that, did he make himself unnaturally bigger? Was his arm out by his side? Yeah. And that, when you look at it... Sort of snaking out, wasn't it? Yeah, trying to kid us all. Snaking out. Well, I might try that one next time. Just have a little snaky movement. Trying to kid us all, he wasn't handling it. He was handling it. Yeah. That's 2-1. Right, 3-1. Plenty of excitement in this game at Old Trafford. 3-1 by half-time. Marshall, this is a mouthful of confidence, isn't it? Dear me. I mean, again, I feel sorry for the full-back because there's the runner outside of him. And then Solanke doesn't do enough. Number 9, Smith's desperate for Solanke to try and put a cover on. but that is unstoppable. What you're aiming for there, Mark, you're aiming to hit the crossbar, and then just at the last second, it then dips underneath the crossbar into the stanchion.
Brilliant.
It's absolutely, and you should know that Martial does that. You should know he wants to do that. So what you do is you overcompensate, play it down the line, or force him down. Don't let him come on his right foot.
Smith was going like that to Solanke. Give me
some help. Block the shot off, but he went across him. That's a brilliant finish.
I've lost count of how many times doing this job we have said. It goes back to Gareth Bale's season. It happened the other day with Yarmolenko's winner, didn't it? The amount of times we know where somebody is going to go.
You would start...
And the pros don't seem to clock it.
That's the thing. You start asking the questions if you're a coach or a manager. Do you actually... Is your knowledge good enough on the opposition? Yes. Because when we watch it and Riyad Mahrez gets on his right foot, you send him onto his right foot, not inside on his left. Yeah. Same as Yarmolenko. You do your knowledge, you know who you're playing against. Yeah. See, I'm not so sure these guys are.
And we say it all the time, it's a throwaway comment, but know your players. You have to know your players. You've got to know what they do, what they're good at. For instance, you'd never ping a ball into a certain player because his control's not very good. Yeah. So, you drop it in there. Don't let Martial come on his right foot. Too good.
Another penalty, which is going to be different next season. Chris can talk us through this. This will be a different interpretation in a couple of months' time.
Yeah, I want to highlight some really good teamwork here with the refereeing team, because the person who's got the best view on this is the assistant. And it's the first time we've seen the lines on the pitch from the VAR. And as you see, it's Eric Barley just on the shoulder. Next season, that won't be handball. But I've got to say, that was a fantastic spot. Fantastic bit of detection, and quite rightly a penalty was awarded.
What will it be then, Chris? Because is it the seam of the shirt?
What they talk about now is, with the shirt, they talk about where the logo is on the sleeve.
The badge.
And it's sort of here. Is that your shoulder around? So we're going to get a lot of clarification.
So where's it going to be the start of next season? Where will
it'll be here. On my shirt, it'll be here.
So where your shoulder stops. And they call this the green bit. And this is the red.
So if you're wearing if their players are wearing a sleeveless shirt, it might be easier to interpret.
Let me tell you now, all the teams down at the bottom are going to have their logos down here.
Yeah.
I mean, we've talked a lot. Over the last few weeks, we've talked a heck of a lot about handball, and there's lots of debate, lots of opinion. I think we're going to get some real clarity through the summer. Oh, we are. It's the summer now, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Just go skins. Just play skins, and then when a ball hits you on the hand, you can see it on the arm. You can see the red mark.
Yeah.
Penalty.
But that will be a bit. If you're wearing a short-sleeved shirt next season, and it hits you on the flesh, it's a penalty. Hits you on the shirt, it's not.
Obviously, some people were the sort of...
No, but you're wearing a short-sleeve shirt. That's what
but Traore wears his at Wolves, and his is like right up here because his muscles are bulging.
We'll probably see
like a basketball player, just showing them all off.
At the start of next season, we'll obviously see a graphic of where the shoulder stops and where the arm
4-2. A really interesting thing that happened in 4-2 is a shout for offside, and I think he was offside, but there's 10 seconds.
Yeah.
We're talking about Rashford's just offside. 10 seconds. Now, is it a separate phase?
Yeah,
because Bournemouth could have got it away.
It's a very similar incident to what happened earlier in the season at Burnley with Aston Villa. It becomes another phase of play because Bournemouth get possession of the ball.
Rashford is just offside.
Yeah, so Bournemouth get possession of the ball. If you pass it, it gets passed again. I think there's 3 passes in that phase of play.
Would you go off, Chris, the amount of time or the passes that Bournemouth had?
Well, time does play a factor, but when they've got possession of the ball and have the ability to reset, so they've got control of the ball and they've actually passed it, that then becomes another phase of play. And obviously a goal's scored and it's automatically checked. So
wouldn't it give the team the benefit of that if they could get the ball away from the danger area?
But they had a chance, didn't
they? They had a chance.
Maybe to get it away from the danger.
They tried to play.
So that's their chance, is it?
This season there was an incident at Burnley against Aston Villa where they passed the ball to a teammate who I think it was Jack Cork, kicked it and it went the wrong way. And what they said is the law doesn't cover that.
I don't know who 16 is, but watch it. He has the real chance. If we just roll it on, Rashford's offside. So there's look, Nathan Ake, one touch.
That's Lerma.
Passes it and that's the one.
Brooks.
And then...
So that's their choice to play.
That's their choice to play. I'm with you. I'm with you. You had a chance to clear it there. You decided to play
it. Exactly.
I think we've had 3 of them this season. It doesn't happen very often, and obviously it's a work in progress of that, and one that we all need to understand.
Yeah. OK, so if we think that's fine, this is a bit more curious, isn't it? 5-2, Fernandes free kick. You can see Ramsdale immediately saying, Matic is in my way, Matic is offside. I'm on Ramsdale's side here, Chris.
Yeah. Well, obviously, a goal is scored from the free kick. and the VAR will check it. So what they've got to determine...
This is Ramsdale's actual view.
Yeah, what they've got to determine is the VAR was the goalkeeper, was his vision obscured? Was his line of vision? Was there somebody in his line of vision?
Matic, 31.
Did it prevent him from saving the ball? And they've determined on this occasion that, no, it wasn't, because when you see the goalkeeper dive, he's not that far from the ball.
Yeah, but surely he must dive late. Yeah. If Matic is not there, he's got an extra half a second to get the spring across.
I understand that one, Don. The VAR in his wisdom decided...
offside. Can't see. He's offside.
And it goes back to the Antonio one that we saw a couple of weeks.
Chelsea.
It goes back to the David De Gea one against Everton, when I think Sigurdsson was lying on the floor.
Yeah, he was.
Absolutely.
Do you think that's correct to give the goal?
It's the first time I've seen it, actually. I'd like to see it again, but it is a difficult one, isn't it, to look at?
What do you think?
If he's offside and he's interfering with play, I think he's offside.
Talk about line of vision.
That seems more clearer than the David De Gea Sigurdsson when Sigurdsson was lying on the floor.
There you go. Yeah.
Because if you're Ramsdale, you're trying to get a view of the free kick from Bruno Fernandes, and this is his view.
I think
if you can't see from Matic, Chris...
And so a coincidence Matic is there. He's enormous.
But he's doing it on purpose.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If he's onside, fine. If you're not, if you're offside, you're offside. Yeah. Simple as that.
Yeah. That's what they had to determine. Was he clearly obstructing the goalkeeper's line of vision, and the VAR on the day felt that he wasn't?
You can see the goalkeeper. You can see him saying he's offside. He's saying he's offside.
He's offside. I couldn't see. One more decision to have a look at in that game involving Lerma, who only got a yellow card for this. Lerma's had 83 yellow cards in 225 games. He's no stranger to the referee. Is he lucky it's not red?
In my opinion, yeah. Mike Dean was very, very quick to make his decision. He obviously had a very good view of it. Yellow carded. Potential red card, checked by the VAR. They didn't feel as though the referee had made a clear and obvious error. But as I've said, in my opinion, I think that's a red, Don. I think you'll agree.
Red. Because what I would say to Jefferson Lerma is if you're sliding along the floor and the ball is on the floor, why is your studs so high up on Martial's knee?
Yeah.
Red card.
We want to have a look at Manchester United's front three, because really exciting times for Manchester United. What might they do in the close season as well? Goals, right, it's goals in all competitions. So obviously Manchester, some of those goals are against lesser European opposition than those Liverpool have been playing against. But we've said it last week, that is so exciting, and Greenwood's exploded on the scene. You throw in Daniel James, you throw in Lingard. We know if Pogba stays alongside, obviously, what he's got in midfield with Fernandes, McTominay at the base of midfield, Fred, Matic has signed a 3-year deal. What? Do you go and get a centre-forward of some repute before you maybe sign a Grealish or a Sancho?
In my opinion, I think United still need a 25-goal man up front. So I think I would go to Spurs, say, here you go, there's 150 million, we'll have Kane. There's 200 million, give us Kane.
Give us Kane. Before you went to Borussia Dortmund, before you went to Aston Villa?
Yes, I would.
I think what United need, in my opinion, if they're going to be serious about challenging Man City and Liverpool, they need a world-class centre-forward and a world-class centre-half. But it's good for United fans because at the start of the season, when they were so indifferent and so inconsistent, if you were chucking a number out there, you might go, Man United are 6 players away. It feels like at the minute they're only a couple away.
Yeah, it does, which is great for us neutrals, isn't it? Potentially for what might happen next season.
It just puts them back in the hat with what can happen next year in regards silverware.
Yeah, because they've all got to chase Liverpool, who took to the pitch at Anfield as champions for the first time yesterday. They welcomed an Aston Villa side who hadn't won in the league since January. Jim